Hey everyone, welcome back to Marco Shreds. Today I'm tackling an essential skill for metal players, how to hold your plectrum. Whether it's downpicking fast riffs or tight alternate picking, how you hold your pick directly affects your tone, speed and accuracy. Now, everyone got their own taste and feel for this, so what I'm sharing is based on my personal experience and what works best for me. Why holding your pick matters. Why is it so important? Your grip on the pick is the foundation of your playing. It affects how much control you have, how cleanly you can hit the strings, and even your endurance during long sessions of downpicking or fast alternate picking. For metal, precision and attack are everything, so this is a very crucial skill to master. And before we dive into the techniques, let's quickly talk about the best plectrum for metal players. My personal favorite, and what I'm using in this video, is the Dunlop Yacht 3 XL plectrum. It's sharp, durable, and the exercise gives me the perfect grip for fast and precise picking. If you want to try it out yourself, I've included a link in the comments where you can grab these picks. Definitely check it out. And here's the pick. So, how to hold your grip? Start with the pick on the side of your index finger, like this, just below the first knuckle. Rest your thumb across the top, holding it securely but without squeezing too hard. Leave a small part of the pick tip exposed, just enough to hit the strings cleanly, like this. Not like this, not like this, but like this. It's important to expose the tip of the pick only slightly, not too much, because playing gets much more difficult if too much of the pick is exposed, leading less control and muddier sound. Okay? And the second step is that angle of the pick is also important to experiment with. I hold mine about 35 to 65 degrees the strings, so like this. If you angle the plectrum just a little bit sideways, like this, it's helping you to move smoother between the strings. Just remember, little angle, so never do like this or this. It's just a slight angle that your peak of the plectrum is still directly hitting the string. Let me show you an example with the Cry to Blackbirds. Now I'm hitting the string as straight as I can for tremolo picking. I feel that I get a little bit stuck when I'm changing, but when I'm doing a slight sideways angle, I'm not sure if you can hear the difference, but just like this, very slight. This is allowed, but don't overdo it. You will notice an improvement with your tremolo picking playing, and this also applies for down picking. So it's really important that you're actually holding your pick right way and you are hitting the strings right way, so you get effortless playing and you're not wasting any motion. Here to down picking, I'm hitting it straight. And now I'm just putting a slight angle. This helps the pick glide over the strings instead of getting stuck, making fast playing smoother and more efficient. And now some adjusting for different techniques, for down picking, alternate picking and also palm muting. So for heavy down picking, tighten your grip slightly and angle the pick a bit downward or upward to dig in the strings for a powerful attack. Just make sure to control the tension. When alternate picking, loosen your grip just a little bit. This allows the pick to move freely between up and down strokes, especially for higher speed riffs. Remember, for faster downpicking, alternate or tremolo picking, your hand might get a bit tensed if you can't reach the speed levels with a fully relaxed hand. It's okay, always slow down the speed of the song you're practicing if your hand can't keep up with the speed. It's all about practice. And if you're palm muting, keep the pick tip close to the string to maintain a control and precision while adding that heavy muted sound. So like this, you rest your hand here just when the strings are coming in and try to keep it close here, because the playing gets much more difficult if you're jumping like this with your pick. Everyone has their own style. Before we go further, remember there's no single right way to hold a pick. Everyone has their own preferences and what feels natural to them. What I'm showing is what works for me as a metal player, focusing on more trashy riffs, down picking and alternate picking. Feel free to experiment and adapt these tips for your own style. Okay, next common mistakes to avoid. Here are a few common mistakes to watch out for. First, holding too tight. This limits your flexibility and can lead to fatigue. So always when you're playing, keep your plectrum pretty relaxed between your first finger and thumb. Don't do it like this. When you're playing more faster riffs, you might have a bit more tighter grip with your first finger and thumb, and it's okay, just as long as you don't press too hard, because then it will just make your playing impossible. But don't let it loose out too much, because if you let it out loose too much, the grip will just flap between the first finger and thumb. So there is like a sweet spot between those. So figure it out yourself and practice what suits for you. I like to keep my plectrum just slightly tensed, maybe a bit more pressing too hard than leaving it too soft. But it's all about your own preference. Next mistake is that you are exposing the pick too much. This makes it harder to control your attack. So don't do this mistake. This is very difficult start to play if you expose your pick too much, and changing between the strings becomes also much more difficult. You have to move your hand much more if you are exposing the grip, and also you need to keep much more tighter grip to actually keep your plectrum here. So don't expose too much, just a little bit. And the third one is the wrong angle. Holding the pick flat can create resistance and muddy your tone. Always aim for a slight angle and keep your playing smooth. Okay, here's some practice exercises. For example, Amon Amarth Pursuit of Vikings is literally the best song to practice this. So the beginning of Pursuit of Vikings is open 6-string playing, very easy and slow. And the next part in the Pursuit of Vikings is to work on string jumping and skipping. These are really good exercises. So this improves control for riffs that jump between the strings, which is common in thrash and heavy metal. Okay, and the next practice exercise is also a really good song to practice speed as a beginner guitarist, especially all those tremolo picking parts. And it is Amon Amarth Cry of the Blackbirds. Let me play part of the tremolo picking riff. It sounds super awesome, by the way. Focus on maintaining solid grip as you pick this fast. By the way, if you would like to get these tablatures for these songs but we just played, subscribe to my newsletter by clicking the link in the description and I'll send you email. Okay, and that's it. This is how you hold your pick for metal riffing. Remember, this is all about finding what works best for you. There's no one size fits all approach. Experiment, practice, and adjust as needed to suit your playing style. If you have any questions or want tips on specific techniques, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more guitar tips. By the way, I have an older video on this topic, but I want to create a new and improved version, because holding your pick correctly is one of the most essential skills for practicing the electric guitar. In the past, I used to hold my pick wrong, and I made several adjustments over time to refine my grip and find the right way to hold it. And this is where my practice and playing improved a lot as a result. See you in the next video.